Another idea that came to me as I was thinking about my emotions a little bit when I post material is the first off the vulnerability of posting things that you're passionate about and or you just want to express. It's there is a vulnerability aspect to it because when you post something, you are sharing it with the world. There's an ability for people to see you in a different light. Um, and then when you do that, as with any creation, you can feel judgment for what you create. You almost have these internal voices potentially and I experience this when I post something, knowing in the back of my mind that people might perceive me differently. Um, and it is hard. But the flip side to that is not do I care about those opinions? Because honestly, I do care. I want people to enjoy and like what I express. Um, but also part of it is I know what I love to do. I know what makes me happy. Part of that is expressing myself and performing and sharing. Um, and that's what brings me joy in life. So do I hold myself back in fear of judgment rather than realizing I might attract people that love what I create? And there's that balance. Do I choose the fear or do I choose the love and the creation side? And I'm going to choose the love and creation side. Another idea that's coming through all of this is the idea of breaking boundaries, paradigm shifts, and just being yourself. I think, one thing I'm actually coming to grips with is the frequency in which I post things, but another part of it too is um, I think there's this like kind of set of unspoken rules that you shouldn't blast too many things on Twitter. I mean, I guess Twitter is you do blast, but like something on Facebook, for example, like how much do you post in a day without annoying people, for example, or how much do you, um, create videos, or I don't know, how much do you comment, how much do you like? I don't want to sound weird, all these judgments, but all of those like unspoken rules that people create in their heads actually limit them from expressing what they want in life. Um, I think timing is really important in terms of when you release certain things, when you post certain things. And that is something definitely to explore. I think I could personally work on timing per se. With that being said, the time is always now to express yourself if you feel like your expressions are necessary. I think that these little intermittent fears that we create in our minds about why we can't do something hold us back from being our true selves and being vulnerable and sharing. So it's funny because each of these videos I create is almost a challenge, a challenge to myself. Like, can I actually express this? Can I share it? Can I phrase this eloquently? And I can share it, and I can be myself. Um, I want to be an example of what it is like to live in a place of non-fear, live in a place of love and expression, because that is severely lacking. And everyone is so worried about judgment that there's so many things that are left unsaid. Um, and I think that, you should never leave the cards on the table, so to speak. If there's something that you need to share in the moment, you should just share it. Vulnerability is difficult, but where your vulnerability lies is also some of like your most precious secrets that need to be unearthed and shared. So I think that was a really long-winded thing there, but yeah, just be you. I think it comes down to just being you and not being afraid to do that. Whether that means like you share it in a public forum, whether it means you keep things to yourself, it like doesn't really matter. For me, it brings me joy to know that maybe I can touch someone's life with a video like this. The giving possibilities excite me. And whether it's one person or two people or whoever, it doesn't matter. Or even like testing yourself. Like, yeah, I made this video. I could have made a mistake, but it was worth it. It was worth it giving it a shot and knowing like it failed. That's cool, whatever, but like I went for it. So just yeah, I yeah, I feel kind of vulnerable saying that one, but I think it's also necessary.